badgers that can take the lives of huge pythons and even jackals, a duel to the death between a bear and a pack of wolves, and the terrifying battle that pushed a crocodile and a Komodo dragon to the limit. These are 10 epic battles between animals of different species caught on camera. Number 10. Water buffalo versus rhino. Our first stop on this tour through the spooky world of nature brings us to a real heavyweight battle that was recorded by a documentary filmmaker in 2011. Apparently, in the middle of a nature trail, a rhinoceros and a water buffalo crossed paths. The encounter didn't go unnoticed by either animal, and their territorial nature immediately started a power struggle. On one side, the mighty rhino used its horn and strength to subdue its rival, while the water buffalo put up resistance with its huge horns. The fight remained evenly matched for some time. Both animals are popular for their powerful stubbornness and the strength of their bodies. During the brief seconds that this confrontation lasts, it's surprising to observe how the mass of their muscles concentrates only on pushing forward, but neither of them gives any ground. Neither one is able to impose itself on the other, and perhaps for this reason, the herd of the water buffalo makes an appearance. The group begins to support their comrade in battle, of which, with total clarity, neither could have been the victor. Number 9. Crocodile versus Komodo. In nature, battles are rarely balanced. The animal kingdom is often unfair, and the law of the strongest prevails without exception. However, a camera managed to capture one of the most evenly matched battles seen in a long time. Its protagonists are nothing more and nothing less than a small crocodile calf and a Komodo dragon. The result is simply amazing. In a stealth battle, the invader approaches the crocodile's lair and in doing so quickly receives a furious shock. The crocodile's jaw closes over the dragon's head, but it quickly manages to free itself. For an instant, it has been on the verge of losing its life and it knows it, so its next moves are bolder. The Komodo dragon pounces on the crocodile, avoids its jaw, and begins to bite its body from tail to back, legs, and everything in its path, but to no avail. Its efforts are hindered by the crocodile's tough skin. There's no way the Komodo dragon can crush such a shell, and after many efforts on the part of both, neither manage to prevail over the other. The Komodo dragon abandons the fight and decides to return another time when it can make a more precise and lethal attack. Number 8. Lion versus crocodile. Few battles in nature have as much tension as the one in this fierce duel between a lion and a crocodile. It happened in the great savanna of Africa. A group of tourists was enjoying the views when they became unwitting witnesses of a fight to the death to prove who's the strongest. Initially, both animals evaluate each other with their eyes. The distance is reduced and the tension is growing by the second. Danger is in the air and explodes just when the first movements begin. Both animals make feints. The crocodile is ready to annihilate his enemy and tries to do so, but unfortunately this could cost him his life. He has let his guard down, being completely exposed to the rest of the pack. Almost immediately, more than 3 lions emerge and pounce mercilessly on this crocodile. Their teeth dig into its tough skin and they try to eliminate it, but they cannot. The crocodile gets rid of its predators and, to the surprise of the tourist, manages to survive. The pack can do nothing to eliminate this powerful contender. Their efforts are futile, and despite their numerical superiority, they were forced to let the dinner escape. Number 7. Jaguar versus python. Have you ever imagined what a fight between a jaguar and a python would be like? Chances are you haven't even imagined that such a duel could be real, but you won't have to imagine it anymore because these men managed to record one of the most amazing scenes in the animal kingdom. However, before you watch it, tell us in the comments, who do you think is going to win? Ready? Let's watch the battle. The first thing we notice in this video is that the python takes the lead in the battle. Its elongated and monstrous body moves fast. Its attacks are offensive, and it doesn't waste time in useless tensions. The python lunges at the jaguar mercilessly. Its huge body tries to coil around its prey, but it doesn't have it so easy. The jaguar lets itself be enveloped, but it has captured the reptile's head with precision between its lethal jaws. From the ground, it tries to tear it apart, and it seems to succeed in the struggle. For an instant, both contenders separate, and after a slight movement of attack, we can understand with absolute clarity who has been the winner of this fight. The jaguar sits on its paws to contemplate the corpse of its enemy. It was a difficult confrontation, but there could only be one winner, and that's none other than the terrifying jaguar. Number 6. Baboon versus leopard. Small animals can also become dangerous, especially if you make a mistake in your path and wander too far into their territory. This is exactly what happened to this leopard, who looked confused after trying to follow a baboon home. Almost unaware of what he was about to experience, the leopard found himself cornered in every direction. At least 20 baboons closed in on him and began attacking him mercilessly. The leopard looks terrified. He knows he is in a delicate and dangerous situation where he could lose his life. Of course, before doing so, he could finish off a few baboons, but he isn't going to wait for it. The baboons continue to corner him at every step, but the leopard is stronger and faster. In a moment of lucidity, he understands that his best bet is to escape from the place, and that's exactly what he does. Luck has favored him, and he manages to escape from the area with nothing more than a few wounds and a scare that will keep him away from the baboon, at least for a couple of days. Number 5. Hyena versus lion. If you like chases, you're about to have your heart start pounding with terrifying force after witnessing the terrible situation this hyena was involved in. Apparently, this animal was in the wrong place at the wrong time as it attracted the attention of a pack of male lions advancing along the trail. The pride spotted the elusive animal immediately and a hot pursuit ensued. The hyena managed to evade their attacks on several occasions. It made use of the abundant undergrowth in the area and avoided almost every attack. For a while, it seemed that her speed and a bit of luck would allow her to escape unharmed, but unfortunately, it all ended sooner than expected. The hyena was caught at a crossroads, and the leader of the pride didn't hesitate to end her life. Its powerful jaws closed around the hyena's neck, and slowly its legs stopped moving to surrender to the monstrous appetite of these lions. Number 4. Eagle versus leopard. One of the lesser-known abilities of leopards is tree climbing. These heavy, sagacious felines have incredible balance and leg strength that allows them to stay aloft even on treacherous surfaces. The next battle on the list may accurately illustrate this ability, as a leopard climbed up a tree to devour its prey, an eagle. This fearless leopard managed to climb the tree and follow the badly wounded eagle to the top. There, after a fierce battle, the bird gradually lost ground. The branches of the trees became narrower and narrower, but this didn't stop the leopard from continuing its hunt until he finally managed to close its jaw on the neck of its enemy. The epic battle ended quickly, and the victor slowly descended with its prize imprisoned in its jaw. The eagle was defeated even on its own ground. This allows us to understand very clearly that the leopard is a truly dangerous enemy. Number 3. Eagle versus wolf. Even if the eagle lost in the previous battle, don't think for a moment that it's a weak animal. There's nothing more untrue than that, and this bloody duel against a wolf proves it. From the heights of Siberia, this eagle has managed to visualize its prey. As it pinpoints it, the wolf senses danger and flees between the snow and dirt roads. Its speed is prodigious, but not fast enough. Its predator is descending in its direction. The distance is getting shorter and shorter, and there's no escape. The wolf is in the open. There's no way to get under cover, and then the impossible happens. The eagle descends and uses a force of speed to knock the wolf down with its paws. The animal falls down and tries to defend itself, but it's too late. The bird knows what it must do. It stays away from the jaw while using its beak to tear through every possible area. The powerful beak tears skin and organs, digs deep into the flesh, and to this wolf's misfortune, other eagles soon join in the slaughter until they end up taking the animal's life. Number 2. Wolf versus bear. If there's one thing that nature has shown us, it's that all species manage to claim revenge sooner or later. This time, it's the wolf's turn, although not everything turned out as we might imagine. This pack of hunters managed to corner a fearsome bear and her cub. Both were reduced to defend themselves as the wolves attacked mercilessly. The mother has pulled away from her cub and had to witness how the wolves fed on her flesh. During these agonizing minutes, the bear could only defend herself as she watched them feed on her cub. Combat becomes a matter of survival, and fortunately for this powerful bear, no matter how hard the pack tried, none of them managed to break her. Her imposing strength made the wolves afraid of getting too close to her, and so she escaped from the place. Number 1. Hippopotamus versus Rhino. You may not know it, but hippopotamuses belong to that group of animals that enjoy mischief. They take pleasure in wreaking havoc and causing harm to other species, but this rhino wasn't willing to become a new victim and confronted his lethal enemy. In this footage filmed during the night, we can see a heavyweight battle. A group of rhinos has managed to corner a hippopotamus, which tries to escape from its pursuers, but their efforts are futile. The rhinos crash their huge horns against the hippo's legs. Their efforts are concentrated on knocking the animal down or causing it to lose its strength to escape, something they gradually succeed in doing. At the end of the chase, the hippopotamus falls down and his death closes an act of small revenge for all those who suffered before the attacks of this malevolent creature. 0-0. Triple threat. There are a few occasions when nature shows us how little loyalty matters. In this close duel, 3 animals of different species are immersed in what many internet users have dubbed a triple threat. The footage shows a badger being quite daring, as he managed to single-handedly take the life of a powerful python. This shows us that appearances can be deceiving, but it won't be the first time this little animal is forced to prove it. Almost instantly, a jackal enters the game trying to dispute the badger's food. For several seconds, the scene turns into an overwhelming struggle. The badger pulls at the carcass and the jackal tries to snatch it away. They stay like this for a long period, but then a new danger emerges, a second jackal. Everything seems to indicate that the badger is lost. It's impossible for it to take the food, not to mention that it probably cannot escape alive. But once again, we're surprised to discover that nature is fierce and merciless. The badger manages to stay alive and greatly intimidates the jackals. It slowly drags its food back to the den, and what seemed impossible becomes a reality. The badger managed to defeat the jackals and the python. We can definitely call this a real feat. But this isn't the only time such an amazing event occurs in nature. The animal kingdom is full of unimaginable surprises and unique moments that might amaze you. If you're ready to know some of them, then follow us through the next videos and get ready to live the terror of the real wild world.